Hello, in this video I'm going to be demonstrating my work done for the enhancement tool for the WDD 340 assignment. Right here I have my PHP my admin page opened, as well as my databases running on XAMPP, as can be seen here. And I have gone ahead to create the three tables. I created the car classification table and inventory tables using the files that I downloaded from the modules. And following the instructions in the module, I created the clients table from scratch. And now I have been able to write the queries, the 6 queries required for this week, and I'm going to be testing each and every one of them one after the other. So I'm going to click on my SQL tab, and I'll pull up my queries, and here I have my first query, the insert query, and I am going to have it, and so I'm going to test it, and I'm going to click on go. Okay, so you can see one row was inserted into the clients table, and you can as well confirm that to see that one row of data has been inserted, means the query worked. So I'm going to return back to my SQL page and go ahead to test the second query, the update query. And okay, so I'm going to click go. Okay, so one row has been affected. So the last query I just run changed the client, updated the client level from 1 to 3. As you can see, it is reflected over here. So I'm going to go ahead and text the next query. Here is another update query that replaces a string in my database. So I'm going to test the query, and one row has as well been affected, and that can be seen in the inventory table. The word small interior is changed to spacious interior. So as can be seen over here, yes, right here. Okay, so there we have it, and I'm going to go ahead and test the fourth query, and this is a select query. Okay, so you can see that the query works perfectly. The invoice model and classification name fields were selected as required, and you can see 4 rows of data fetched from the database. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and test the next query, which is the delete query. So this query is going to be deleting an item from the inventory table, a row rather. And so I'm going to go ahead and run the query and confirm that I want to delete a row from the table, and you can see okay, so the first car from the table that had the invoice ID of 1 has been deleted successfully. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and test the last query, which is an update query that uses the concat function. So here, this query will be making changes to 2 fields of data. And 14 rows were changed, and can confirm that as well by looking at the inventory table. So we can look at all the values of the invoice image field, all have the /PHP motors appended to it, attached to the value of the data. So for all the rows in the table. Okay, so I've come to the end of testing my queries for the enhancement 2, and I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate the work that I've done on the PHP connection PDO connection assignment. And so I have my connection file opened here. In my connection file stored under the library folder, I have the connections.php file where I have my PHP motors connect function, and the function contains my PDO connection as well as the error handling. And here I have stored my local host and everything with the proxy user, the information of the proxy user that I created. And so I'm going to go ahead and run this file and open this file in a browser. Okay, so you can see there is a white screen showing that the connections.php function, the code inside of it has run perfectly and there is no problems with the code. And I'm going to insert an error that would allow the error handling code to run, to demonstrate the code that handles the functionality of the code, the error handling code that I had attached to this function. And so before I open it up in the browser, I have here under a folder called view a file called 500.php. and I have that as the error page. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead. I've inserted an error to test my 500.php page. So I'm going to go ahead and open the page again, and you can see now we have an error, customized error message. This is the 500.php page. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate that this meets the requirements of the front end checklist. So first I'm going to use the web developer to validate the HTML. Okay, so this validates properly, and I'm going to go ahead and validate the CSS. Okay, the CSS validates adequately. I am going to go ahead and use the wave tool. Okay, so you can see there are no errors. Okay, so that sums it up for the requirements of my assignment for this week. Thank you very much.